Back to another Flutter form tutorial. In today's episode, let's learn how we can add a checkbox or any other widget inside of a form widget. As we learned in the previous videos, widgets like checkbox or switch widgets are not able to handle their own state change or handling validation on their own. So we are not able to add them directly into a form widget. So for that, let's learn in this episode how we can solve this problem by learning how to work with FormField widgets in Flutter. The FormField widget is a stateful widget that acts as a container for the user input, enabling validation, saving data, or handling error validation for a specific widget within a form widget. It acts as a wrapper for interactive components like text field or checkbox by tracking their current state. So for this episode, let's improve the layout for this form page. First, let's copy this page and call it inside of this main dot. And afterwards, let's learn how to work with custom form field widgets. So as you can see, we have the field for email and password. I also want to add another one for a checkbox for terms and conditions. So for that, let's come right here. In between this size box widget and this container widget, let's call this widget right here the form field widget. This widget will require this function right here, builder, that will expect a form field state, and we have to provide a type for this form widget. So for this episode, we are working with checkbox widget. So for that, the type right here has to be of type boolean. So if you didn't see the video about how to work with checkbox in Flutter, you can click on the card that you see right here, or you can get the link on the description below. So after we provide the type right here, we also need to call our function. So this will take the form field state, and you also have to provide the same type as we provided right here. So this type will be boolean, and you can call this property right here state. So inside of this function, we have to return a widget. So let's return a column widget called the children property. So it's inside of this method that we are able to add our checkbox widget. So come right here and call this CheckboxListTile widget. So we need to provide the value and also the onChange callback method. So for this onChange callback method, we have to provide a nullable boolean. Let's call this value. And then we do set state to update the state of our variable. So let's create a new variable of type boolean. So come right here. After this is password visible, let's call bool. Make it private and call terms accepted. Initial value will be equal to false. Then copy this variable right here. Let's assign to our checkbox widget. So here, just paste it, and then this will be equal to value, and then add exclamation mark because this value can be null. So after that, so now let's customize our checkbox list style. We can also provide right here the title, and this can be a constant text widget. And for the text, let's say I accept the terms and condition. We can also change the color of this widget by using the active color. So come right here, copy the same color as we have for the background color for this happy bar widget. So paste it right here. So now add a comma right here. So save everything. So now we are able to add this checkbox widget. But as we have so far, we are not able to add validation to it. So for that, the first thing you have to do is notify this state that the value has changed. So you come right here inside of the set state. After you update in your variable, call the state and do dot. And you can see we have a bunch of properties and also methods that we can use. So we can use this method right here, did it change, and you provide the value that you have as an argument. So now if you want to display any validation error, we can do right here if condition. So let's call this state property and then do dot, and we have this property right here as error. So if you have any error, I want to display a text widget with paddings on it. So call a padding widget, and then let's use agile set dot only name constructor, and then for the property let's use the left one, and the value will be 16 for padding. Then give it a comma and then call a text widget for child, and then we call state again, but now we have this property right here, error text. Notice this error text is nullable, so we have to add exclamation mark so we don't get any exception right here. After that, we just need to apply some styles to this text widget. So the first thing is add a color. Let's use the color red for display the error. Colors.red. And then for this font size, as you can see the text is very small, so let's say the value will be 12. So now after you define all your widgets inside of your function, let's come right here. After the function, give it a comma. We also have this property right here, or this method for validation. So right here we'll do a validation for this value. So if our term is condition is not accepted, we want to display an error message. So you can do right here if, instead of using this value, you can call our local variable terms accepted if the value equals to false, meaning the user did not accept this term and condition. Let's return a string, and the string will be you must accept the terms and condition. So if it is the user accepted, we just want to return null. So now with all this in place, let's format our document, save everything, and now let's reload our app and test it one more time. So right here, click on submitted. You see we get this error. You must accept the term and condition. But notice right here, the color for this error message is different. So you can come right here. Instead of using this color dot red, you can do right here theme, and then call this off context method and do a dot, and then you can call the color scheme, and then call this error property for the error color. So now save everything. You will see now we fixed this error. So now let's check our checkbox for terms and condition. Let's also fill these fields right here. For the email, let's say someone@gmail.com, and then for this one, this will be password. So now click on submitted. You will see we are able to submit our form. Now let's change the order right here for the checkbox. So you can come right here for this checkbox list tile. We have this property right here, control affinity. This will take the list tile affinity enum with a value of leading. So save everything. So as you can see now, our form widget is more perfect. So if you want to really create this sign-in page, come right here and just comment these properties right here for the happy bar widget. And this is how we can create a login form in Flutter. So this is it for this video. This is how we can create and add custom widgets inside of our form widget by using this FormField widget. So we have to create this builder method, and then you provide the type as an argument right here. Call your widget, and then you do a set state and you notify the state change right here by using ddchange and provide the value of your widget right here. And then if you want to display error, you can call state.asError, then add a text widget as we did. And also to apply a validation, you can call the validator function, and this will check if this widget is valid or not. So this is it for this video. If you find this video useful, give a like and also subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get notification when new videos are coming out. This is it. See you on the next one.